I came across this video on YouTube of Jubilee, and it's about this billionaire apparently who went into this debate between people who I guess who like him and who don't like billionaires, people who like billionaires and people who don't like billionaires, or who agree with them or who doesn't agree with them, I mean, stuff like that. So first thing when I look at this video like this, okay, cool, great video to make, great idea. But you take a look at these people. Look at this man's age, the billionaire's age, and look at the age of all these people over here, and look at the age of all these people over here. You see the age difference, right? That tells you to become a billion to become a billionaire is not as just yeah as people wanted to be all year. Why is he a billionaire and I'm not? Why is he making all the money and tricking the system and not paying taxes and doing this and doing that? Like, it takes a lot of wisdom to do these things. It's not as easy as you think. And also, the reason why a lot of billionaires make their money by not paying taxes or get money by not paying taxes, which they do pay a lot of taxes. But the thing is that the government incentivizes these people in so many ways for the income they bring to the country, for the jobs they create, for different reasons. So you know the reasons. You probably know better than I do on this one. So stop hating the rich people. Is what I'm trying to say. Start loving them. Start to love them. Start to show your appreciation for them, because the more you do that, the more they are going to feel welcome around you and be able to teach you a few things. And even if they don't teach you too much, at least you will have the right to say, "Oh, I know a billionaire. I have a billionaire friend." But the more you push them away, the more you have zero chance. And you got to be willing to protect these people. Do not let them get robbed and say, "Oh, he's a billionaire, whatever, he can replace it. His insurance is good." His car gets stolen. You say, "Oh, he got insurance to cover that." You can't just be this person who just downplays everything because insurance is going to cover it, because this or because that. You got to understand these are some of the blessings of God amongst us. God has blessed certain people to be a blessing to you. Remember that. Certain people have been blessed to be a blessing to you. That includes the billionaires. They have been a blessing. They have been blessed to become a blessing. So they create jobs, they create opportunities. College students are graduating and working for them. You are a chef, guess what? They own five-star restaurants. You are a mechanic, guess what? They own almost all the what's it called? Tire Plus or whatever the tire companies, your car repair companies that you go and repair your car, they own most of them. So you're a mechanic, guess what? You got a job there too. You can go apply for, possibly. You qualify.
Today, I think we've all sat here and we've heard you talk about your jet and Maui and your three homes and the money that sits in your account that you don't care to.
And remember, he did not talk about these things because he's trying to make you feel bad. He talked about it to make you feel happy, to motivate you to keep living. That there's better things outside of your little world. There are bigger things outside of your little struggles. But you see, these people who have envy and jealousy, the moment you tell them anything that sounds good about your life, they start to envy. Oh, he's bragging that he goes to Maui, he has a house, he has two houses. He's bragging, he's bragging. Understand this, nobody give a freak about you to brag to you. Everybody that is talking to you is trying to motivate you to do better, that you can live better, that there is something to live for. If the person is dressing in rich clothes, driving expensive cars, it's not because they are trying to flex on you. They don't know you exist. Always remember that they do not know you. And if they knew you, you are too insignificant for them to put all that effort into just you. That you think everything is about you. Oh, yeah, he's dressing like this to make me feel less of a person. He's riding this car because he thinks I'm going to feel. No, it's not about you. It's bigger than you. That's what I'm trying to say. Understand, if you ever think like this, that oh, this person is doing this because of me, you are envious, you are a jealous person, you are an evil demonic person, wicked person. The person don't wear expensive things because they think about you every day.
touch. What stops you from helping every person in this room that's struggling right now? How do you help them? What do you do? Because you got a
Give you a
private jet.
job. Give you a freaking job to go and work. Are you crazy? If he just helps everybody for free, you think he's not going to be like you? He's not going to be broke too? Of course, that money is not like indepletable. I mean, non-depletable. It's not like self-replenishing. It's just like once you pick one, it grows right back. Or you take one, it comes right back. No, it's not like that. So he got to give you something to do to make him money so that you can also make money. That's why. That's what he can do.
But I had to take off from work today, and I'm struggling. I got bills, man.
This man is like, who the heck is talking? That guy sounds dumb as hell. That's what I can see in his eyes. Look at this man's
I had to
eyes.
take off from work today, and I'm struggling. I got bills, man.
He's like, yeah, here we go. This is another dumb man. And I'm not saying you dumb because because you're white, black, or whatever. No, I'm saying you dumb because your ideology at this moment in time is not sounding it's not sounding reasonable. So get it to sit with a billionaire. First of all, we give this billionaire a prop. Give this man his flowers. You know what I'm saying? You come in this room with all these people that you know may eat you up, may hate you. They might even scratch your car by the time they are leaving. They might even want to take pictures on your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about people who are taking pictures on your car, your personal vehicle that they are taking pictures on it. How are you taking pictures on this man's vehicle? Just because it's worth $200,000, $300,000, don't take pictures on it. Take a picture of it if you want. But don't go sitting on it talking about, oh, look at me and you. What is you and the car? What is that? What is the connection there? You and the car. You what? What is going to be your message with that picture? That I was once around this car. I once saw this car around me. I sat on this car. What the heck is it? You can rent it. If you can't afford it, you can rent it. But nobody's going to rent it to you.
I'm John Morgan, the founder of
problem.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And according to Forbes, I'm a billionaire. Ask me anything.
You see this? This is crazy. You remember now, this is somebody who does insurance. Insurance is a very dangerous business too. So this man is actually taking a lot of risks because some people, you saw the guy that shot the other insurance guy just because he thought his family did not get the treatment or the money they were expecting. It's like these people are at risk too. They are trying to live and run a business at the same time. The business is so big and large and it's profitable. So people forget that they are also human beings. No, they are just people just like you too, speaking the same words that you speak, learning the same things that you learn. English.
My first question is, how much are you currently worth, and how did you amass that amount of money?
I'm a lawyer. I went to law school and became a
Right.
lawyer, but I'm also a serial entrepreneur. I
Mm.
built and operate a chain of attractions across America. I have Marriott hotels across America.
How are they looking at this
Chain
man
of
without
attraction-
like?
serial entrepreneur.
Oh, bro.
The question
look,
is, how much
bro.
are you currently worth, and how?
Look at this. I want you to look at this, bro. Look at this. Here, let me show you something. This should help us. Look at his face. You see how she's looking at him with this normal face, right?
How did you amass
Watch
that
this.
amount of money?
I'm a lawyer. I went to law school and became a lawyer, but I'm also a serial entrepreneur. I built and operate a chain of attractions across America.
Look at this disgust on her face, bro. This is the same girl that was smiling. Now she's looking at him like it's envy. It's envy. You got to fight your own demons of envy. This nobody's gonna do it for you. You got to follow Jesus and let Jesus cast it out for you. This is a personal issue. You people are the ones who hate these people. You people are the ones who envy them. If you have envy inside of you, you will never be able to love people who are doing better than you on any scale. I don't care if it is marriage, wife, children, whatever anybody doing better than you in, you have envy inside of you. That demon of envy, you are going to not be happy. Your life is going to be miserable pretty much. That's why a lot of people who have envy, you see them hiding away from people who are doing better than them. They always try to hide because they don't want to see
I
you.
have Marriott hotels across America. I
You
built
hear that?
shop.
You got people working at hotels. There are cashiers, there are this, there are that. There are so many people working at those hotels, cleaners, maids, and all that. These are real people who are feeding their family with these monies, with the money they're making at these places. So it's not that he's not helpful. He's helpful, but you people just don't know how to appreciate these people.
Shopping centers, the big part of my wealth has
Mm.
been generated by my law firm, Morgan and Morgan. Well, I don't
Insurance.
know exactly how much I'm worth. I used to tell my kids when they were little, when their friends would ask them, "Are we rich or not?" I said, "The answer is this: we're comfortable."
What do you mean comfortable? Like,
Shut the freak up. He said he's comfortable. What do you mean by comfortable? It means he's living a normal life. And why is she laughing? You laughing way too much than you thinking, man. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's always these people who be laughing way too much than they freaking think. If your laughter is way too much than you thinking, you will miss the point. This is not a comedy show. Pay attention. He just said he's doing comfortable because you cannot measure you cannot say you are rich because on all the scales that you're talking about, all standards, there are people who are doing better than you. You see what I'm saying? In everything in life, even when you go to school among the richest children, you always see somebody who is richer than you, somebody who is smarter than you, somebody who is this than you. So you cannot be like, oh yeah,
you definitely have way more than just being comfortable. You live
and shut the hell up. You got that big old ring in your nose. You look like you can be pulled out of the gutter by a truck without ring in your nose. You look at this. You spend all this time doing all this with your face. You could have been doing what he was doing. You could have been going to school and learning too, just like him. But you choose not to go and learn. You put all these beads. You're not even successful like him, but you put all these beads on you and all this chain in your nose and rings in your eyes. What the freak is this? You spend all this time doing your lashes and your eyebrows, and you think this extravagant. You're doing the most. He woke up this morning, brushed his teeth, and did his face and clean up, and he came out. You had to do all this. You got so much time, but he's the billionaire and you are not.
a luxury life.
Do you call being worth $1 billion comfortable?
It's comfortable, yeah, because he's not the one who is spending all the billions. The billions is his properties. Like if you people are like if somebody is a billionaire, it means they just have $1 billion just to spend it on anything. It doesn't mean they just have $1 billion sitting everywhere. It means all these things that they own, the properties, the businesses, all that is measured by Forbes to be considered a billionaire or worth a billion.
Very. And but you don't feel like it because you don't spend it. When you grow
Mm.
up a certain way, it's not
Mm-hmm.
like it's changed much in my life. I'm in the same house. I don't spend the money that you would think I'd spend.
Right.
It's odd because you have all this money in the bank, but it doesn't really change what you do
Yeah,
day to day.
My question.
because the money doesn't really matter to you. What matters is the security it brings. You feel like, okay, if I need it, it's there. If my business is needed, it's there. If somebody sue me for $10 million, at least I got 10 there. Because anybody can bring up a lawsuit at almost any time these days. Oh, I was walking into your door and your door closed on my finger. That's $1 million I want to sue you for. Like, you should have looked at the door.
Question for you is, what stops you from using your wealth to change somebody's life?
Nothing.
He's doing it right now. He got Marriott's hotels. He got all that.
Listen, I live 3 places. I live in Florida, I live in Maui, Hawaii, and I live in New Hampshire. But I've taken my wealth and done certain things. Like in Florida, where I live, I ran a constitutional amendment twice to legalize medical marijuana. I lost the first
no.
time, but I
Oh no, he's even using his wealth to promote stupidity. That tells you everything. He's using his wealth to promote you people who like to smoke drugs and do and degenerate stuff. He's using his money to even support you too.
won the second time with 72% of the vote. I believe that income inequality is the number one issue facing America today. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. And every
What? For what reason? Bad decisions. That's it. That's it. The rich man is making good decisions. The poor ones keep making dumb decisions. They want to go to college for 4 years and take money from the government. And then after they graduate, they cannot even use the degree because they don't like the job. It's too boring. It's too this, it's too that. Like, why did you go to school? Why did you waste the money? You could have just took the money and put it in your pocket then, or do something else with it, or go start your business, or do put your time into something else. You spend 4 years in school or 3 years doing schoolwork, only to come out and say the job is boring, or it was a wrong career choice. Okay.
Today, the gulf is getting wider. So what did I do? I ran a constitutional amendment. I spent tens of millions of dollars to raise the minimum wage from $8 an hour to $15 an hour in Florida. That's a doubling of the minimum wage. So I take that money that I make, and I've run those constitutional amendments, and I've put money into food banks and coalition for the homeless, and it goes on and on. And I will tell you this, not to pat me on the back too much about it, because I don't really feel it. I don't really feel it. I was at lunch the other day, and this woman walks up to me. She says, "John, I just want to thank you and your wife for the donation you made to iDignity." I didn't know what iDignity was.
Right.
I said, "How much do we give?" She said, $500,000.
Wow.
It turns out that my wife had given the money. And by the way, if you want money, call my wife. And iDignity is a place for the poorest of the poor to get identification, because more and more in this country, you need to have an identification just to get food stamps. I believe when you make this kind of money, you have an obligation to give it back. You don't feel it. It doesn't hurt you. You can look at me and know I'm not missing too many meals. So I don't feel like I'm doing anything special. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
So I'm going to try to rephrase it. What stops you from
helping me
getting out that car at the moment where you and your son and you seen the homeless person? What stopped you from changing that person's life?
Well, I do get out of the car from sometimes. When I pull up to a stoplight and there's somebody out there begging for food, even if they look like they've been eating donuts for the last 10 years, I give them money, because I'm not going to judge them. I look at them this way. They're out there on the street in the heat. I don't know what they're doing out there, but you know what? It's not my job to judge.
I feel like a lot of billionaires, they say the same thing. They say they do donate and they do give to people.
Bro, he's not saying. He's giving you evidence. He already mentioned a company that you can go look up. He mentioned another thing. He mentioned the hotel. He does all these things, and you still saying they say. Like, you see these people, they will never lose that mentality, because that's what they have built their entire life on hating the other people, on hating those people over there. You gotta lose that mentality, bro. Lose it. These people are not your enemies. They are not bad. They are nothing you were told. They are actually great human beings, normal people living their normal life. Lose that mentality, man. Because here you are saying he's literally giving you evidence.
Organizations and large conglomerates that take your money and they break it up and they throw it around. If you're not handing something down to help somebody who really needs it, then what does it matter?
You're in the law field, and that's how you've amassed your network and everything that you've earned. If you had to start over in a different industry, what would you be in order to become a billionaire again?
I don't even know how.
It's not about being a billionaire, bro. It's about being happy and successful. He did it because he could do it. He liked to do it. Do what you like to do, and the money will come if it comes. That's it.
How it happened in the first place. So
Right.
it's like keep waiting to wake up, and it was all a dream. I was like, how did this happen? Listen, here's my problem. I suck in math and I suck in science, so there's not many jobs left for me after that. But my gut tells me I want to go to Wall Street and make deals like that. But what I would probably do is stay in the attraction business that I'm in. I love that business because there's no fighting. And I did it as a hobby. I've always thought what I could have done with my attraction and amusement business if I'd had it full time instead of,
Hey, man.
it was more like collecting stamps than anything, to tell you the truth.
So you made some comments about liking capitalism and how much legislation you did for raising the minimum wage for $15 an hour here in Florida. Is there anyone at your law firm or your multiple businesses that you're paying less than $15 an hour now?
No. And I wasn't paying less then, because I believe that a living wage is a civil right. I also believe that retaining employees with a living wage and bonuses, it's good for business. I believe by paying more to my employees, I keep them, attrition is lower, and believe it or not, although it sounds backwards, I believe by paying more, I make more, because I keep people, and my people are really all I have.
So, in your opinion, why aren't other billionaires doing the same thing that you're doing?
Well, I think some are and some aren't. A lot of people have to, like once I raised the minimum wage here in Florida, all of a sudden, out of the blue, Universal raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour. I kind of took credit for that. At a certain point, when wages start to rise, businesses have to respond, because if
that is
Universal's paying $15, then Disney's got to pay $15, because who cares if you're running Small World or Harry Potter? You're looking for a job.
So you mentioned a little bit how you've put money into politics and things like that, and in the current political climate in the United States, our government's run by the billionaires, kind of for the billionaires. What do you think the moral role of a billionaire should be within the United States government?
By and large,
What question was that, man? You asking the same question twice, pretty much. Because if you're talking about billionaires, billionaires are the ones who are running the government. So if you say the government is running for the billionaires, it's because they are already billionaires. A lot of them are already millionaires. See what I'm saying? It's like the moment you stay in politics for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, like you become something else. You become rich. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the billion. They're already rich. They've been rich before. So it's like they're running the country with these people. It's like you cannot run your company with the least guy. You cannot say, "Oh yeah, my company. If I call a company meeting, I'm gonna leave out my close associates, my close staff. Those are next to me, and I'm gonna leave them out, and I'm gonna go all the way down to the guy that is standing at the gate." The meeting is not for the gate people. The meeting is for the top people. So the top people running the country are the ones who are making the millions for the government. That's why the government is ran for the billionaires or whatever as you call it. But really, it's the billionaires are also helping you. You work for Jeff Bezos before, yeah. You understand. You make money. You made money.
the opposite of what it is. These fat cats got so much money, but they want the tax laws to benefit them. Like these hedge fund people don't even pay taxes. And so the billionaires are not satisfied with what they have. They want more and more and more and more. And what my worry is, this income inequality, at some point there's a breaking point. At some point you can become Cuba. And what I would say to these billionaires, you're going to make this gulf so big and so vast just because you don't
You know what I
think it
want to
could
hear?
ever happen in a
One
so
second.
big.
I want to hear her question. I want to hear her question for real. I don't know what is going on through her mind, but at first she had this smirk on her face, this "you disgust me" smirk. Now she got this. I'm getting a little interested, a little bit. That's the face she's making now. Like, yeah, maybe. What is he saying?
And so vast, just because you don't think it could ever happen in America, just remember January 6th. Just remember them storming the Capitol. Those were the barbarians at the gate, and they were mad as hell. And you know what they're mad about? They were mad because they think they're going to fall further and further behind. They weren't mad, and they thought Donald Trump was the one that could do it for them. But that's why they stormed the Capitol. And when I saw it, I said, that could be our future if we let the haves and the have-nots get so separated.
I think everybody knows that probably every single billionaire does evade taxes. And he did say that
First of all, I don't know. I never thought I would be correcting a billionaire, but let me correct this billionaire. No, people went to the Capitol because they wanted to make sure that the system was not forcing them to become irrelevant. Take note. They went and they voted, and they felt like something in the voting system did not treat them fairly. Whether it was the machines not counting the vote fairly, whether it was this, whether it was somebody who was passing something underneath the table, and truck drivers who were being giving their testimony that they had loads of voting papers in their truck that they never knew where it came from, and all this and all that. All these things were making people feel like something is not adding up. That's why they went there. They didn't go there because of money. No, it was mom and dads who were there. Literal mom and dads, not millionaires and billionaires. Okay? So, Mr. Billionaire, I know you are a liberal and you are a Democrat, But I'm just here to tell you, no, it wasn't so. It wasn't the so-called elites that were there trying to protect their wealth. No, it was literally mom and dad and simple people, normal people like everyone else.
He wants billionaires to be taxed so high, but I can promise you he probably has found ways to evade tax.
Nobody wants billionaire to be taxed so high. No, we want everybody to be taxed equally and fair. That's it. I don't care if you paying 10%. Let a billionaire pay 10% too. And don't be envious. Don't say, oh, he's making more than me, so let him pay more. No, he doesn't need to pay more than you because he makes more. You make more too. You see how you feel if somebody come and take 50% of it after it took you all this effort, all this work that you put into build your business to that level where it's able to make significant money. And then you think about it. You 50, 90, 60, 70, 80 years old, or even in your 45s, and they're taking all your money, 50% of it. How will you feel?
Back in around like 1940s, you know, the tax rate was around like 90, higher than 90%, right? Would you be somebody that would advocate to bring back such a high tax rate in order to redistribute?
90%? What the heck? Why would people want to pay 90% of their money as taxes?
The wealth?
I don't know about 90% because you got to have some motivation. Listen,
Right.
I am a capitalist.
There you go. There you go. It's simple. You can't wake up in the morning knowing 90% of your money that you're going to work for is going to go somewhere that you're not going to see. That would not make you want to be a millionaire. Not want you to be a billionaire. Not want you to want to work at all. You see?
I believe in capitalism, but I also believe we have to do the most for the most with least.
So when you mention capitalism, right? Capitalism is kind of inherently parasitical, right? You're going to always take more from the workers. You're going to put a profit on their labor that they're putting into the business. And I think now we're seeing that capitalism inherently causes these income inequalities. So I think we need to expand those social safety nets. We need to increase taxes on the wealthy in order to allow the poor to enjoy, you know, the things that maybe you enjoyed when you were younger and things like that.
Man, shut the hell up. These stupid liberals, man. I can't stand a liberal these days. It's like they went from just normal to just stupidity at this point. You are stupid if you sit there and you think, oh yeah, capitalism is like parasitical. The freak is parasitical. Everything is supposed to be like that. Somebody is supposed to be at the top and you be at the bottom and you do your job and you shut the hell up and you do what you can do until you get to the top too. You see what I'm saying? After all, you are at the top to somebody else. If you see supervisor. So what do you mean by parasitical? There is always an order and chain of command in everything, in every business. And if you cannot be under a chain of command, you are freaking. You don't want to hear the word. It's an A and H word. You're a loser, and you deserve to not be. Yeah, go somewhere else. That's what it is. Go and live under the mango tree in the middle of the island on the Pacific Ocean, maybe.
Look, I agree with you, and I think it's really
Stop
for these
agreeing with these
people who are.
stupid people, man. Like it's getting to that point where all these billionaires want to agree with everything people say because they don't want to look bad. Don't agree with it. Say no, hell no.
So rich, they're going to lose it one way or the other if they don't. Because look, the thing about you got socialism and capitalism. Socialism on paper makes a lot of sense, but then you got to count on everybody working. Will they all work? But in the short run, what we're seeing right now with this big, beautiful bill that they're talking about, we're talking about cutting all sorts of benefits to give more money to the rich and dig our country into trillions of more long-term debt.
Okay, he's a
And I
liberal.
look at it and I scratch my head. The
He's a
rich should be
liberal
taxed
billionaire.
bigger and harder. And so
Nah, no. That's the end of the video, guys. Yeah, this billionaire is literally trying to become a millionaire. I guess he's trying to go down. Because I promise you, even these people you're talking about saying you went to make a legislation for the legalization of marijuana or whatever you're talking about. These are the same people who were burning down your your hotels and stealing from your stores, saying they are looting and taking back what belongs to them. These people will never be satisfied until everybody's poor. Look at Haiti. You see that country? Look at all these other countries. These people are never satisfied until everybody is poor. That's the I'm telling you, that's the goal. The goal of the poor, evil, wicked demon people. They just want everybody to be poor and loser like them because they don't want to work as hard. They don't want to save money. They don't want to build their credits up. They don't want to do nothing. They just want everybody to be poor just like them. So it's not about them being, oh yeah, tax the rich and everybody be equal and fair. No, they don't want fairness. They want everybody to be poor. Just remember this. That's how it starts. It starts with everybody equal, and then from there, oh no, everybody got to be poor like me. Why should I be the only poor one? See that? That's where it's gonna go. So don't fall for this trick.